What's going on, guys? Welcome to Gridborn's Film and TV Podcast, where I review movies, shows, and gaming. Sorry if I didn't publish another episode due to I was out for, Thanksgiving, surgery, blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, I'm back in business. And today's episode, I'll be reviewing Dune Prophecy Parts. No, not parts. Like, I'm not treating it like a Dune Part 1 and 2. I'm gonna do Dune Prophecy episodes 1 and 2. Plus, I don't know. Like, I want to get more views and a guest, maybe. But to think of it, I don't know what to do. Okay, so let's get to it. Wait, that's Dune Part 2. Okay, Dune Prophecy. Okay. Okay, the prequel, Dune Prophecy was a prequel to the first Dune and took place 10,000 years prior before the birth of Paul Atreides. So anyway, let's get to it for review. Well, the plot of the series is set 10,000 years before the events of Dune. The series follows sisters Valia and Tula Harkonnen, why are they not bald, like all Harkonnens, as they combat forces that threaten the future of humanity and establish the fabled sect known as the Bene Gesserit. Well, I listen to the show's podcasts, like after each episode. And how did Dune affect me, I could say. I read the book in ninth grade, watched the first film when it came on when HBO Max was around, and Dune Part 2. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's how Dune affected me. The end. So anyway, let's get to it. Over 10,000 years before the events of Dune, sisters Valia and Tula Harkonnen joined the Sisterhood, an order of women trained to serve the great houses of the Imperium as truth-sayers. When Mars Superior Rakella Berno Anriel dies after envisioning an upcoming tyrannical disaster, Tren Afrol, and a burning body, Valia uses the voice force Dorothea, Raquel's daughter and successor, to kill herself before she can destroy Sisterhood's breeding program. 30 years later, Valia, now more superior, arranges for trainee Princess Yanez, daughter of Emperor Javisco Cornero, to marry a 9-year-old. Ew. Riches. Well, think about marrying a 9-year-old. Gross. Really fucking gross. which will stabilize the Corneo bloodline for generations while strengthening control of the desert planet. You guessed it, from the original, Arrakis. And it's an animal spice, the spice melange, for all you South Park fans. Imperial Crusader Kasha Gino has unsettling visions of a mean soldier, Desmond Hart, who claims the Imperial base insurgents and have not and not the native Fremen were responsible for the ambush that wiped out his entire regiment. Valia dismisses Kasha's warnings. Visiting Knight claiming Yanez has sex with Imperial Swordmaster, who may be Paul's grandfather, we don't know. Kieran Atreides, following a conversation with Java Code that reveals his unseat Yanez's marriage, Desmond meets Pered and uses a great power to imitate and attack sinners, and an attack that smoothly immolates Kasha. Valia discovers Kasha's body, prompting her to recall Raquel's visions. Well, my review of episode 1. Ew. Ew. Like, I get it. Critics say it's like Game of Thrones, but weirder, but why in the hell would you want to marry a 9-year-old boy? That's disgusting. I mean it, really disgusting. I bet, wait. Oh, I had something. I forgot. But let's see how HBO goes for the Dune universe. Even though this show even though it's based on the Great Schools of Dune by Frank Herbert's son. But who knows? Or wait, what's the Rotten Tomato score like? Oh God. 68 on Rotten Tomatoes now, and 59% audience score. Well, great. Don't want to get this show review bombed, Acolyte. And what is critics hates for chicks? I mean, come on. Like, feedback from a Rotten Tomatoes review. Okay, let me find it. No show whose description entails the term space witches should ever be dull. No people aren't review buying this, nor they did with the Acolyte. They just weren't good. Girl power obsession ruins another male viewer dominated species. God, what is wrong with you people? I mean, come on. Like, I get the Acolyte was bad. Yes, Acolyte equals bad. But you can't ruin a Dune universe. Okay? My fault. That explains a lot. Well, I mean, do you, what is the big deal with people review bombing female dominated shows? The show's writers neglect to include any ordinary people whose lives might be affected by the screaming and skullduggery, which it also makes consequences seem far less important. Dune prophecies divert, okay, I can't know how to spell that word, is both greatest and foremost defining characteristic. Okay, no, I can't read anymore. I'm sorry. I can't really read this shit anymore. Okay, I'm just gonna end this episode. End this episode. Okay. Episode 2. After Kasha, episode 2, Two Wolves. After Kasha's inclusive autopsy, Valia leaves with Theodosa to secure Princess Inez. Nadala angers Ferdinand by claiming Perret's death is accidental. Desmond, who claims a sandworm swallowed him, Shahalud. And tells Chicago he killed Perret for him. Disruptive Jelko arrests him, but Natalia suggests they use Desmond's powers. Valia has Tula put her protege Raquel's great-great-granddaughter Lila through agony ritual to unlock other memory and contact Raquel. Lila learns of a revenant and visions of Valia killing her grandmother Dortera, becomes overwhelmed, and seemingly dies. Constantine has sex with Shannon Richards and reveals Desmond's involvement in Pruitt's murder. Valia brings news of Kasha's death and agonizing Yanez. Javico hides Desmond's guilt. Valia interrogates Desmond, who admits both murders. Javico does not prosecute. Kieran copies the palace layout and is revealed as an anti-imperial insurgent. Yanez tells Kieran that rebels once kidnapped her and Constantine. Ferdinand and French Chapico. Desmond burns him as a warning. Valia spy, division banter. Sister Michaela. Advice Kieran as a rebel. Valia says the sisterhood may betray its rebels. It's secretly supported on Arrakis. Desmond confronts Valia, saying he'll destroy the sisters. She employs the force to compel him to commit suicide. He says there was and turns out he successfully resists, shocked she retreats. So let's see how good the other episodes will become in the future. And now to my next segment, which kind of got out of order due to schedule changes for like movie viewing. Well, since it's that time of year next month, I will be reviewing Christmas Vacation. Well, no, here's what my segment is. My segment is called Christmas in Film. Why review any Christmas movie or TV shows throughout the month of December. And I gotta find some New Year's Eve movies. Yeah. And our first segment during this episode, I'll be reviewing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which I just watched yesterday. So where can I find it? Okay, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. The first installment in the magazine's vacation film series, starring Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and Randy Quaid, which had a budget of $25 million and $7.73 million at the box office. So anyway, let's get reviewing. Chicago area resident Clark Griswold intends to have a great family Christmas with his entire family. He drives his wife Ellen and children Audrey and Rusty out to the country to find a tree, ultimately choosing the largest one they can find. Realizing too late they did not bring any tools to cut down, they are forced to uproot instead. While Clark is checking out at the mall, he sees a beautiful cashier and talks to her. Clark's holiday plans inadvertently cause steady escalating chaos for the family's yuppie neighbors, Todd and Margot Chester, played by Nicholas Guest and Julie Louis-Dreyfus. While both Clark and Ellen's parents arrive for Christmas, the bickering quickly begins to annoy the family. However, Clark maintains a positive attitude and remains undeterred in his plans. He covers the house exterior with thousands of lights, which temporarily causes a citywide power shortage once he gets to work properly. Ellen's cousin Catherine and her redneck husband Eddie arrive unannounced with two younger children, Rocky and Ruby Sue, and their pet Rottweiler Snot. Eddie later admits they are living in an RV, which they arrived as he went broke, and he had to sell their home and land. Clark offers to buy gifts for Eddie's kids so they can enjoy Christmas. Soon afterward, Clark's senile Aunt Bethany and Cantor Kerr's Uncle Lewis arrive. Clark begins to wonder why his boss, Frank Shirley, has not given him his yearly bonus, which desperately needs to pay for a new swimming pool. Well, after a disastrous Christmas Eve dinner, during which Bethany's cat is electrocuted, Uncle Lewis accidentally burns down the Christmas tree while lighting his cigar, and courier delivers an envelope instead of Clark's. Clark's expected of the bonus Clark expects. It is a measure of the Jelly the Month Club. He snaps angrily and wishes for Frank to be delivered to the house so he can insult him to his face. Which, taking Clark's request, literally Eddie kidnaps Frank, who admits to canceling Christmas bonuses, but then reinstates them in face of Clark's chastisement. Frank's wife Helen calls the police and the SWAT team and storms to I'm sorry. It was a funny movie last night. I mean it, really funny. And storms to Griswold house and holds everyone hostage at gunpoint while Ellen Ellen's aunt was on Clark's dick. Frank decides not to press charges and explains the situation to his wife and the SWAT leader, whom both scold him for canceling their bonuses. He reveals a change of heart when the film goes outside when Rocky and Movie Sue believe they see Santa. Clark tells them that it's actually a Christmas story, and he finally realizes what holiday means to him. Uncle Lou is saying that the light is coming from the sewage treatment plant, reminding Clark that A has been dumping his RV sewage into a nearby storm drain before Clark had stopped Uncle Lewis. Uncle Lewis lights another cigar and tosses his match into a drain, causing a giant gas explosion, which sets Santa's sleigh decoration on fire and launches into the sky. And Bethany sings the Star Spangled Banner, and everyone joins in as the flame of decoration flies into the distance. The entire family, along with Shirley's and the SWAT team, go inside the subway with Clark. Ellen shares a Christmas kiss. Clark is satisfied that he provided a great Christmas for his family. Well, I mean, I haven't seen Vacation, the one with Ed Helms. What you mean? Come on. What's the big deal? But like in the future, if things go out of control. But I haven't seen Vacation. Like the finale to the National Lampoon series. And oh god, okay, I don't want to know about this. But forget it. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to this episode, and see you next week with more Dune Prophecy, and maybe another Christmas review for Christmas in film. So, thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.